Parents, welcome back to another school year with Snowflake Unified School District. The purpose of this video is to provide you with some information about Title I and how that can affect your child's school and your children, and the programs and resources that are available to them and to you through Title I. So let's get started. Title I is the largest federally funded program for schools ever. It started in 1965 and was renewed with the Every Student Succeeds Act of 2015. It's commonly referred to as ESSA. It's designed to generate high levels of student achievement. For a school to qualify for funds, over 40% of the student population must qualify for free and reduced lunch. All K-6 schools in Snowflake Unified are Title I schools. This is the free and reduced lunch application. It is very critical and important for our funding of Title I funds. You should have received an application that looks very similar to this approximately 2 weeks ago. If you haven't had a chance to fill one out, please do so. Even if you think you don't qualify, every application that is filled out helps us determine, or helps the federal government determine, our qualification for free and reduced lunch status. Please fill out this form and return it to your school's office, please. There are some requirements to use Title I funding. To be eligible to use our Title I funding, we must complete an annual needs analysis. That means that we must get together as school teams and evaluate how we're doing. We must focus on school-wide reform strategies. What areas are we weak in, and how are we going to address those weaknesses? How are we going to become stronger? And our strategies specifically need to help low-achieving students, or students that are most at risk. We must also ensure that our teachers are appropriately certified, that we provide ongoing professional development for staff, that we improve accountability, that we focus on teachers using data to improve instruction, and we just went through a 2-day professional development to help us learn how to do that a little bit better. We must provide focused interventions through reteach or targeted tutoring. We must integrate programs that include nutrition, homeless awareness to help homeless students if we have any, CTE, career and technical education programs, and anti-bullying programs. We must also promote and encourage parental involvement, and that's one of the reasons we're making this video for you today. Some of the intents and purposes of Title I are to ensure that all students receive a high-quality education from appropriately certified and effective staff using research-based instructional methods. We want you to know that your child is in good hands, that our teachers are appropriately certified, and that they will use the best instructional methods that we can provide. We must provide support for struggling learners with additional resources, specifically in reading, writing, and math, and that we need to provide education and information to you as parents on how you can also help your students at home. So we've developed school-wide plans to do these things. As parents, you have the right to know the qualifications of your child's teacher and instructional staff. You have the right to know your child's level of achievement based on required state assessments. Now, we didn't have AZ Merit last year because of COVID-19, but you do have the opportunity to ask your principal or your child's teacher how they're doing on weekly district formative assessments or quarterly benchmarks. You have the right to be informed if your child is being taught by a teacher who does not meet the appropriately certified requirements for the state of Arizona. Simply call your principal and ask. All of this information should be provided to you in a language and format that is understandable for you. One of the things that we do encourage is a student-parent-teacher compact. This way we can support each other. You should receive this either from a parent night, or it might be sent home with your student from your student's teacher. Please review this document with your student and go over the first column with your child so they understand the things that they need to promise to do this school year. Then the second column is for you as the parent or family members, so that there are things that you promise and commit to do for this school year. The third column are things that your teacher is promising to do as well. These three columns demonstrate three sets of promises that we are a team working together to provide the best educational opportunity possible for your child. Title I Overview. We specifically spend and focus most of our attention in Title I on English language arts, reading and writing, and math, although Title I funds can be used to support any of the core curricular programs. We do encourage teachers to focus and spend at least 90 minutes of regular instruction on reading, writing, phonics, and English language arts instruction per day. We encourage teachers to focus a minimum of 60 minutes of regular mathematics instruction per day, and to integrate science, social studies, PE, and additional interventions as they can. We cover all the core curriculum, but at these levels we want to make sure that the core subjects get the most attention. We also provide training for teachers in essential elements of instruction and best practices, and we expect our teachers to use these best practices to help teach your children. We collaborate on professional development to support teachers. We provide this professional development so that they can focus on strategies to help build balanced literacy and balanced math as part of our Beyond Textbooks curriculum. Some of the programs that your children will have access to that are funded partly or fully through Title I resources and funding: Beyond Textbooks, Write Tools, Accelerated Reader, Saxon Phonics, Reflex Math, IXL for Math and Language Arts, Learning A to Z, Raz Kids, Head Sprouts, Learning Dynamics, STAR Testing, STAR Arizona Early Literacy, Illuminate Assessments, and weekly district formative assessments. Move On When Reading is a law that was passed a few years ago by the Arizona State Legislature that requires all third graders to be reading at grade level before they can move on to the fourth grade. There are a few exceptions. If your child is an English language learner who has received less than 2 years of English instruction, or your child has a disability and the IEP team agrees that promotion is appropriate even though they're not reading on grade level, or your child has been diagnosed with a significant reading impairment, including dyslexia, or your child demonstrates sufficient reading skills or adequate progress towards sufficient reading skills through a collection of assessments approved by the State Board of Education through a summer program or an additional year in third grade, then they will be eligible to move on when reading. To support struggling learners, we have additional resources to help them in reading and math. Our school-wide plans provide for these additional resources through daily additional instruction, as indicated by a student's comprehension on specific standards and objectives. We provide reteach each week at each school. There are additional reading and math classes or interventions provided through Title I teachers or resource teachers. We also provide reading or math targeted tutoring at each site. This may happen during the school day or after the school day, depending on the campus preference. Some of our AZ Merit testing results from 2018 and 19. Again, we did not test last year because of COVID-19. As you can see, however, although we are above the state average in every category, we still have room for improvement. Our grade labels for each school were A's, based on the Arizona AZ Merit assessments. We still have room to improve. Even though we received A labels from the state, we want to see all students proficient or highly proficient. The new AZM2 or Arizona Merit testing will affect how future grades will be determined, by using the percentage of students who pass the tests, by using the percentage of students who are making expected or better academic growth, and other additional factors such as the percentage of students who were tested, graduation rates, reclassification of English language learners, and special education growth rates. Title I funds help our district maintain and improve our letter grades by improving student achievement through strategic use of federal funds. Understand, though, that we are more concerned with your child's individual growth and mastery of each concept and objective than simply how it affects our letter grades. Our academic family engagement. Our school plans include steps to promote academic family engagement, such as our school student or school parent involvement policy, the student parent teacher compact, and you have countless opportunities to receive information from your school via the web calendar, marquees, school messenger services, monthly newsletters, and several of our schools do have Facebook pages. Some important reminders for you as parents. Parent-teacher conferences this year will be on October 14th for our fall parent-teacher conferences and March 25th for our spring parent-teacher conferences. Please remember that we do post quite a bit of information on school websites. You can find our websites at susd5.org. You can find student progress reports available on FamilyLink. FamilyLink is our online access to attendance and grades and other information from teachers. We have a Home and School Connection parent newsletter that is sent out monthly via email. School Messenger broadcasts send direct information and important information to you via text, email, or phone. If you don't know if you are receiving these messages, please contact your school secretary. Dates for parent involvement policy and compacts. Our staff and principals have reviewed and will be distributing or posting these compacts on our website by August 14th. You can find them under the parent link on the district webpage, and we will revise and update them in May. Again, a friendly reminder, please fill out your free and reduced lunch application. It helps us obtain this funding for Title I. Some essential components of student success are not only the student themselves, they're the main one that can put forth the effort, but all the rest of us are there to help support them. Teachers, parents, friends, and our support staff. Everyone is here to support your child, your student. They are the center of our pursuit of excellence. Please join us on our learning adventure this year. And if you need more information or access to school Title I plans, please contact your local school administrator. Thank you and have a wonderful year. Go Lobos!